and welcome everyone to the Intuitive Lifestyle Success Podcast, where we explore and empower conscious living to create priceless advantages for your wellness, your business, and your life. I'm your host, Master Intuitive Business Coach, and Certified Global Access Consciousness Practitioner, Kathleen Miller. And today's episode number 89. We are in October 2022. This month is all about magic. Today is about being magic, really embodying that, what that means, all the interesting points of view about magic, and just being able to play with this, especially being October. You know, I just love all of the fun Halloween stuff. I also want to apologize for September. I know I wimped out on that second episode, but I was traveling and had so much going on. So I am doing my best to stay in the swing with being able to bring you guys constant content. But today we are focusing, and we're just, I wanted to play with this topic because, boy, when you say, what does magic mean to you? I think that's just such an interesting interpretation of what that is. Is it real to you? Is it something for kids? Is it something that's Harry Potter and out there? And is it science fiction? Is it fake and, snake oil? Is it something that's very active and thriving in your life? And to me, especially using the tools of Access Consciousness and some of the wonderful classes and different trainings that are there that are around magic, there, and definitely several books and different things. There's just so much around being able to harness your magic for you. And definitely, I even looked up the definition of magic, which is the art of practicing charms or rituals to create supernatural effects that are existing outside of natural order or the natural world. And so in a way, it's kind of saying outside of this reality. And really, part of being magical is being really, really different. It is being, these unique pieces and gifts that are within you that really bring out what you are here to uniquely do in the world. And, and I think one of the biggest pieces for being able to access magic is being willing to really be so different. And that's something that, it's been a lifetime journey for me to be able to go from, having such gifted capacity since as early as I can remember, where I was, off the charts psychic. I was able to, hear people telepathically. I saw things clairvoyantly. I was able to affect weather. I was able to affect things around me. I did all kinds of things that didn't make sense. No one knew. It didn't compute to others when I would share or speak up. It was just, kind of invalidated. And yet I wasn't quite sure what to do with it all. And yet luckily, part of that kind of outside this reality is just, I really began to listen and be aware of these energies that weren't acknowledged, that weren't really, there wasn't a place to really be able to know what to do with them. So I had to just, really develop and become more of what was magic for me along the way, which was that willingness to kind of, when they say beat to your own drum or blazing your own trail, it definitely does require that to be able to, move into a space, which really, that second piece or the second, recommendation to going towards magic is really getting into true clarity and awareness of your unique gift, of your unique, quote, magic or power or, gift that you are for the world. And being able to, which is completely unique to you, which is completely unique to each of us. And what's so beautiful about that is that we all, when we get clear on our gifts, on, who we are, what we're here to be in the world, for the planet, that then so much more can be created. So much more can really come into possibility for all of us. And so this is something that, I really love the teachings of, Gary Douglas, and how he talks and really embodies truly being like no one else I've known on the planet. The willingness to be so radically different in a way that is so unique to him. And it's just inspired me so dynamically to trust myself more, to really go into my own potencies much more dynamically. And ultimately, my focus and target is to create a better world, to really leave a better planet than when I got here, to, and help as many people get liberated or freed from the limitations that so many are self-created. So many are, just countless ways we can fall into the expectations or agendas of others and our agendas of the world and society, and being able to find, what is our unique space of what we are here to uniquely contribute for others. And so that's sort of the fun of it, and being able to discover that, and being able to then do the work that is required to unlock that, and really allow yourself to begin to kind of, stride forward if you choose to develop something with it. And, this is something that really dovetails into another question I get a lot from clients is, wow, I want to be on my purpose. I want to they're like really concerned about the spiritual purpose, or to live my purpose. I don't feel like I am. My job isn't what, there isn't joy in my job. And certainly my point of view is, your work should be joyful. And if it's not, what can you change to help get it to be more joyful? But also there can be a misidentification that if you're doing a job that might be really supporting you to build something else alongside of it, it is a stepping stone towards joy. So, and you can also be facilitating consciousness no matter what job you're doing. You can be bagging groceries and be present with people and looking them in the eyes and kind to them, and present with the energies there. And you can be changing everything while you're putting grocery items in a bag. I mean, it's not what you're doing. It's not the label and the definitions or the projections of value and quantitative, what we've decided as a society really matters or is deemed valuable in that way. It's being able to have that internally within you. It is an internal wealth. It is an internal, this conscious wealth that is within. And when you have that and you're able to move in the world with that, everything does become magic. It really is extraordinary. And I'm, in such a space right now of new possibilities. I'm starting several new classes and all kinds of new sort of new beginnings in a way, and new trails. And sometimes as we do really sort of walk in without having all the answers, without knowing where it's all going. As much as yes, the intuition is following the energy, but I love so much in Access about living as the question, where it is staying in consistent question to really just follow what's present, because so much is so fluid. I've always said this about intuition too. There's everything, there is no one answer. It's all fluid information, energies, potentials, potencies, circumstances that are consistently flowing and changing. And then our choices are creating, what the potentials for us are, or what, we are going to create, or how much we're going to create. So definitely, being able to just get clear about that for you, play with it. And then 3 is really, asking where this can contribute to something greater. Consciousness includes everything and really allows this space of possibility for the planet, for humanity, for, the whole universe. And as we are in allowance of everyone and everything, even though we may not agree with a lot of it, so much of what is going on, the insanity in the world, will not ever be our preference. And yet part of, really contributing to a greater earth, really contributing to greater possibility for whatever future vision you're aspiring to, the targets you're wanting to create. What magic can you be to help contribute for that to happen? Because more often than not, a lot of times people are waiting for these things. Like, once this changes, or once I have enough money to retire, or once once this happens, then I'll be able to like get into this space of maybe having some fun, or possibly, get anywhere near magic. But what if life, like right here, right now, today, is meant to be completely magical, no matter what the circumstances are? I have aspects of my life that are amazing. I have aspects of my life that, of course, I want to move into more, change and different possibilities. We all have that. And yet the magic can be flowing through all of it, and being able to stay in the question, be willingness to be that, be willingness to allow that difference. That, have you ever gotten dressed and maybe you wear, a really bright color, or maybe like extra jewelry, or you do your hair a certain way, and then you go in the mirror and you're aware of, okay, this is fun for me, but I know I'm going to get judged if I wear this out, or if I go out. And so you just edit it down just enough so that no one judges you. And my question to you is, if you ever done that, I've done that. And I've been aware of it too, of yes, I would rather wear these extra pieces or do this, but I am very aware telepathically. So I don't like when people, or it's not my preference. And what I've learned to do is be more an allowance of the judgments, the criticisms, being able to hear and be aware of those pieces. But it's also, again, circling back to that willingness to be different. Whether that's how you're presenting yourself, whether that's what you're doing in the world. Maybe it's a project you're working on that you're like, wow, this is super creative, or this is a lot of creative liberties, or this is a lot of, expressive liberties. Those willingness to be different are the ones that are really helping to inspire others into change. And that's what I'm definitely committed to, is helping to hopefully inspire you to take a step into whatever is magical for you. However that translates in a way that is healthier and happier and creating more joy in your universe. And what if the true magic is living that joy, just a joyful life? So I invite you to play with these questions. And if this has been inspiring for you, please feel free to follow my podcast and leave a 5-star review. I'd love to be able to connect with you. I am actually very close to closing my private monthly membership. It is almost full. So if you'd like to check that out, all of that is on my website at intuitivelifestylesuccess.com. And I also, for those of you here locally in KC and Overland Park, Kansas, I have a Access Consciousness Bars class that is coming up Saturday. I believe it's November 11th. You can find more information about that on my site at intuitivelifestylesuccess.com. And it is on the OPKC events page, and it'll be right there at the top. So that will give you all kinds of great information about that. It's a wonderful, for those of you that are in the wellness field, it's a wonderful, energy balancing modality that is great in everybody's toolkit. It works with kids, animals, yourself. It's something that's really wonderful to play with. So check that out. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. Let's all get into our magic. Let's really enjoy, this fun going into this beautiful fall that I'm so excited for. October is one of my favorite months of the year. So let's just enjoy it, be present. Thank you so much again, and be well, everybody.